Hey y'all, Mike here, Blueface Plus. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be trying to swap out this transmission on this Husqvarna riding lawnmower. We got one showing up, so we're out here on the property today. Let's show you this mower and show you how we're going to remove this transmission. So here is a Husqvarna YTH 18452 riding mower. We're out here on the property. The transmission is really worn. The issue is it's after driving in forward for about 15 minutes, it really slows. Reverse don't work that good. So these are all signs the transmission's worn. We've already tried to change the fluid once before. We got a little bit more life out of it. But here we are. We're going to change this transmission. So we're going to jack up the front. We're going to disconnect the battery, remove the battery. And I'm going to jack it up and put some bricks underneath it and lower it on the deck so we can pull the tires off. So guys, we got the thing jacked up. We got it blocked under there. We got to disconnect right here. This is one lever we got to disconnect. We got to disconnect this spring down over here. So I'm going to take a pair of pliers and just disconnect that. Pull this cotter pin out and disconnect that. So guys, we're going to pull off both tires. They have this rubber boot. You pull that off. It's got this little C-clamp that you have to pop off here. And it's got a washer. And then I'm going to give it a few good taps with a hammer just to pop it off. So guys, after you remove those clips, man, you want to use some PB Blaster and soak it, because man, I was sitting there hitting it with the mini sludge on the back side of the rim. So here's this piece. I want to make sure these go in the same way. We're gonna have a bolt here and here on the other side. I gotta finish trying to get the other wheel off, and it looks like we got a bracket right here that we have to remove. So let me get back to it. Wow guys, I could not get this damn rim off. I just started beating the crap out of it because I need a new tire anyway. We're gonna end up leaving this on there because I just need to be able to get these bolts. So I think I got enough to work on that. Unbelievable. So we got a 13mm bolt, it looks like. Man guys, the transmission I got, I swore it had a different mounting bracket. So now I'm a little worried. I got the wrong one. These are 13 as well. After I break these loose, I'm going to probably put the jack underneath the transmission. So I'm going to get these out of here. So guys, I have a 13mm up top, and I'm just using a 1/2 inch down here to hold the bolt. So you want to have a wrench to hold that bolt while you twist the nut off. So it's a pain to do it with this tire on, but there's this other bracket here we just undid. We undid these two here. So now let's see what we got there. I'm going to try to lower it and see if this thing will lower. There's the transmission. Just fell out. We disconnected electric. I still got to disconnect that. I didn't get it. Now I figure it's easier to get those. So guys, after I dropped the transmission, the belt came right undone. I was able to flip it and set that in there, so I didn't need to take that off. Just be careful this lever here when you're pulling it down, it gets caught up. But there she is, guys. There's the transmission. The one I got has a mount here. I'm kind of nervous. I think I might have bought the wrong transmission, guys. So that would suck. But anyway, here we go. This is the transmission that came out of it. And we're going to try to get a new one to put in. And a new tire. And some bolts, because these bolts are gone. So guys, we got our new replacement transmission. It's a little different. This piece seems a little different. It's a little higher than the other one. It's missing the electric sensor. This part looks different here. So for the most part, we're going to set this next to this one over here, and we're going to try to pull the brackets off and try to mount the brackets on the new one. Look at the old one here. It's got this electric switch here, which I'm going to see if maybe I can just take that off and put it on there. It actually looks about the same. Here I am stressing. and it looks very similar. So we're going to see if we can take these parts off this bolt here and then bolt it to the new one. So guys, we were able to just take all the stuff off. We put our bracket on there that sits out the back. We were able to put this bracket on here, this bracket on here. The only thing is this isn't the same. We tried to unbolt it here, the sensor, the electrical sensor. That won't fit, so this is a little different. So I'm just gonna put it on anyway, and we're gonna see if it'll still work without the electrical hookup. So that'll be one little test we got here. So now we're gonna slide it in there. First thing I'm gonna do is hook this, catch this onto there, and then try to lift it up in there and push that piece out the back, and then we're gonna try to line up a couple bolts. So guys, it's getting harder to see, but we got the bracket on, so we're just gonna lift it up and then bolt it into there. My brother's gonna give me a hand on this side, and then on this side here we're gonna do this one. So here's this one, and if you see, I hooked that on there first, and then when we lift it up, we'll stick this through this hole, and then we'll get these bolts started, and then we should be able to try to maneuver the belt on, and then we'll get these bolted in. So guys, we had to actually take a drill bit and drill this out. It wasn't thick enough for the linkage. Everything else bolted up nice, but that wasn't, so we had to pull the transmission back out. So now we're gonna put it back in and show you guys what it looks like. All right guys, we got her bolted in. We got this bolt, that bolt. We just tied up the electrical harness. We zip tied it. So if you look, all we did was drill that out. It still fit in there. So now forward works, reverse works, but it just doesn't slop into neutral as good as my other one. But I'm not too worried about that. So now we're going to grease up these axles. And you can see here where it was modified or scraped off. But they have these parts here, which we got Husqvarna. These are the shear pins that sit in here that lock in the tire. They line up with that. We're going to clean this out, some brake clean. And I'm going to shoot a ton of grease in there. We picked up a new rim and tire from Home Depot. This is an alternative. So this cost us about 110 bucks right here for a rim. So we're going to put that on there with these. We're going to get some grease and get these wheels back on here. We'll put the battery box in, the battery, and then hopefully we get some movement. Alright guys, so make sure your surface is clean. I'm just going to put some grease all up on here. I kind of ran out of grease. I got a little bit left over here from my grease gun. We're out here, so you definitely just want to put some grease on here to make it to where it doesn't seize up. So now we got some grease on there. Let's grab the new rim. The thicker part should be in. We need the shear pin too. Let me get the shear pin right here. So guys, when you're putting it back on and when you take it off, we're missing one of these spacers. We can't get it, but it seems like you got to have your washer on there first, and then your spacer, and then your shear pin. And then line it on up and put it on. Alrighty guys, we finally, after fighting, we got this tire back on. We got a replacement on here, so I'm probably the only guy out here running one white, one gray. So, God, and the electronics are disconnected. So I'm gonna go ahead, fire it up, try to prime the line, and hopefully this thing's moving, y'all. Alright guys, so we successfully changed the transmission out, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you guys end up using the transmission we did, let me show you what happens after we fire it up and we try to drive this thing. It's kind of interesting.
Step on the reverse, it goes forward. You step on forward pedal, it goes backwards.
And you got to kind of find the neutral because it doesn't automatically go back to neutral. So it works. Our pedals are different. So this is probably the first mower with reverse controls. Now, if you know why that's happening, please comment below. Explain to us why it's that way. This transmission swap has been ridiculous. We're out here in the middle of the woods doing this, using what we had to. We had to actually make a custom spacer out of 1/2 inch rigid, 3/4 inch rigid we had sitting out here on the property. So, but yeah, guys, overall, I'm gonna ride it like that. It seems to have all of its power. I only paid $300 for that transmission. So if that's the only downfall, I'm not worried about it, guys, because literally it's just a beater mower out here. It's had a rough life. It's going to continue to have a rough life. But hey, at least if anybody gets my mower, I got a white wheel and my controls are different. So yeah. Thanks guys for watching. I appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully y'all learned something. You can't break it if it's already broken. So you can just modify it, make changes, and make it work for you. So that's what we did with this thing. It's been a fun, aggravating journey, but we got it done. And I'll let you guys know later how it holds up, but we're gonna start using it as is. But check out some other videos, y'all. Hit that like and subscribe button. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, but I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Take care. God bless.